It's Halloween and EastEnders writers couldn't have picked a better week for Nick Cotton's return. Ronnie and Charlie head to Dot's to share their engagement news, only to find Nick sitting at her table. He gives them an ultimatum, a load of cash, and he'll disappear forever, or at least until he's ready to blackmail again. So Charlie heads off to plead with Phil. Despite their efforts to keep Nick's return from Dot, she finds his fag butt in a bin and tells him she thinks he's alive. How will they persuade her he's not? On the day of Ronnie and Charlie's Halloween-themed engagement party, Sharon reveals that Dot thinks she's seen his ghost. But later, Dot demands to know the truth. Is her boy still alive? Elsewhere, Stacey wakes up in Dean's bed, but rushes out saying it was a big mistake, while later a distraught Tosh tells Stacey she isn't pregnant. Tina tells her it was probably for the best. Her nephew would have been the father, but Tosh snaps and in the heat of the moment punches Tina. Carol and Sonia fall out when she learns Sonia banned Rebecca's Music Academy audition, so Carol rearranges it. But is it what Rebecca wants? Next we visit Weatherfield. An angst-ridden Rob spends a stag night with sister Carla, while Tracy's down the pub with her few mates. But Carla's like a dog with a bone. She questions both Rob and Tracy about the night of the murder and realises their stories don't match. And she soon deduces that Tracy is Tina's killer. Rob angrily tells her Tracy was transporting stolen goods that night, hence their mismatch. But Carla's shocked by his temper and asks him if he killed her. Rob suddenly confesses, but begs her to stay quiet, and she does. But can she really keep quiet as Rob and Tracy pretend all's well on their wedding day? Sinead begs Scylla to tell her family about her illness, but she won't, and Fizz and Chez are relieved when she packs her bags, although they're horrified when Sinead reveals the truth after she's gone. Michael too's in the wars. He goes to see a heart specialist and asks Eileen along for support, only thus seen in a cab by David. Gail arranges a special Japanese night for Michael, but David accuses him of cheating on her. Michael sadly reveals why he asked Eileen and his bad news. Last, we check on developments in Emmerdale. Aaron is alarmed when Moira reveals she's made an official complaint to the prison, while James finds some cow's debt. Are they Maxine's doing? Moira slams Ross for causing this trouble in the first place, which Charity overhears and the family take matters into their own hands. Kane abducts Maxine and takes her to a container site, and soon Charity and Debbie arrive and Charity does something stupid. She takes Maxine on a terror ride, and as she begs for her life, Charity drags her into a field. Will she kill her? Elsewhere, Robert is put out when Andy takes up the job at Home Farm, especially when Lawrence takes his advice over his future son-in-laws. Later, Lawrence lets Katie move her stables back to Home Farm, but she soon finds herself alone with Robert. After they row, she vows she'll never again set foot on Home Farm.